Thank you very much for your patience, everyone. I'm excited to be here on the pre-Valentine weekend. I never knew what Valentine was all about, and now suddenly the whole world is taking on the joy of Valentine celebrations from all over the world. So our topic today is mindful to mindful. One letter makes all the difference. And that letter is L, right? So what does L stand for? L stands for let go. If we want to have a mind that serves us in a crisis, we have to be able to let go certain things when things are fine. Not wait for challenges to come, then use the power of our mind, and then be able to ask it to listen to us so that we can solve the problems, right? So while life is good, while we're excited about a Friday evening going into a wonderful weekend with those that we love, can we take some time for ourselves, for self-love and self-care? That is what today's session is going to be about. So if the L stands for let go, what should we be letting go of? Should we be letting go of the past? Sure, because the past holds us and stops us from completely enjoying the present. Should we be letting go of the future? Yes, indeed, because the future is also something that causes worry and anxiety in us. Right now, as we are all getting out of the lockdown and coming back to our new normal, we're trying to live a life way better focused on wellness and healthy, holistic well-being for ourselves and for our loved ones. At this time, it's really nice that we are taking these few minutes to discuss this topic together. I wanted to start by sharing a small story that I'm very, very fond of because it changed my life. About 3 decades ago, I faced a crisis in my life. And I really didn't have the strength of mind to manage that life crisis without a lot of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of worry, and a lot of regret and stress. At that time, this story came to life, and I took on a practice that made me then give the top priority to my mind throughout the rest of my life, every single day. So what was that? This is the story of a famous sculptor. This sculptor made amazing statues of marble. And when you see his statues, they seem so lifelike, so beautiful, that you want to own them, buy them, gift them. The king who lived in that town went to the sculptor one day and said, "How do you make such amazing lifelike statues?" And the sculptor said, I just quarry out a large piece of marble and I keep it in front of me and I stare at it for days on end. Then within that marble, I begin to see a wonderful form emerge of the sculpture that I want to make. Say this sculpture is that of the Buddha. The Buddha's outline, I begin to see it in the marble. Then what I do is I take my chisel, which has a sharp tip, and I take my hammer and I just hit it to take away whatever is non-Buddha. I take away what is non-Buddha so that all that is left after I finish with this is a beautiful sculpture of the Buddha. That was the time the story resonated with me, where the wise group that I worked with taught me that meditation is like sculpting a statue. But you're not sculpting some random statue outside. You are sculpting your own self. You are letting go all that is petty and self-seeking inside you, so that all that is coming out is only purity, wisdom, and love, which lives in every one of our hearts. We don't have to go somewhere to buy joy and happiness and peace. It is already within us. But a little anger here, a little jealousy there, an old memory of a hurt that we've had, that's what is covering up our statue. So I started what is called passage meditation. Sitting in the seat of meditation, the inspirational passage, the words of an inspirational passage, going over it in your mind, word by word, helps you to become what you meditate on and to let go whatever is preventing you from being joyful and happy. So what is it? The inspirational passage is the chisel. The sharp end of the chisel becomes every word of the passage that you bring back to your mind. Your concentration is the hammer. You keep concentrating. Your mind goes here and there, but you gently keep bringing it back. And with your concentration, you hit on the chisel. A little piece of anger goes away, a little fear goes away, a little worry goes away. And what delivers this blow, is our own resolute willpower. Every day we sit down in the seat of meditation, we use the hammer of our willpower and we blow, and we allow the concentration to only focus on the inspirational passage. So all that is negative within us is taken away. Isn't that a wonderful metaphor?
Beautiful. Music putting on the page. Music putting on YouTube music.
You want me to stop?
YouTube music.
I'm sorry, I think there's some music in the background. I'm just going to cut it. Please give me a minute. Okay, I think I've cut the music. Hopefully I've cut the YouTube. I hope you're clear. I hope it's clear now. All right, so there we go. We are going to try to sculpt everything that's negative from us so that all we're left with is the beautiful statue of the Buddha. Here he is. The word Buddha means awake, and we become awake to our own self. We become awake to everything that is pure and wonderful within us. And the solutions are in us, and we're able to come out to the world and serve it. So here are 3 or 4 tools that we can quickly discuss for the balance few minutes to see how we can become mindful, letting go 1L. Letting go all the stress and anxiety that we feel and enhancing the clarity, concentration, wise choices that we need to make. So the first step is meditation, right? Every day for 10 minutes to start with. And then increasing it to maximum maybe 15 or 20, or some very successful people like Steve Jobs even made it to 30 minutes. We're able to do that meditation practice every day. The second tool that works really well is the power of slowing down. So this one, when we wake up in the morning and you feel like, oh my God, as soon as I wake up, I have so much to do. We shouldn't be jumping out of bed and trying to do too many things that very moment, right? First of all, we have to not wake up and pick up the cell phone, otherwise our whole day of mindfulness is gone. The first thing to do, therefore, when slowing down is sit when you wake up. I sit on a sofa or a couch. I have a little single-seater chair near a little far away from my bed. I sit on it and then I breathe, right? You do some conscious breathing. A few conscious breaths, deep inhalation, long exhalation. And with every breath, we take in positivity, love, kindness, and let go worry, fear, and anxiety. Some conscious breath, some conscious breathing. And sitting down in that quiet place of slowing down in the morning gives you the chance to also choose gratitude as a tool. And you take a few minutes to take maybe a book and write the gratitude that you feel in your heart for 3 things that you know you're very grateful for that happened to you this day. After you've done your breathing and your gratitude, you will find that we will be able to understand people better that day. The situations will seem clearer. Somehow we seem to enjoy life when we start the day slowly and make really wise decisions. So that's the second tool. The third tool that has helped me greatly is one-pointed attention. And this means, sure, today's world needs us to multitask, but there are some places where we can actually do one thing at a time and really enjoy it. What is that? Let's start with a cup of coffee. So when we drink our cup of coffee, can we drink it with our eyes, ears, nose, touch, and taste? Can we completely immerse in a cup of coffee and just enjoy the brew, the person who gave it to us, the wonderful aroma, the sound of the gulping? Just a few minutes of mindful drinking and eating greatly helps us to let go the worry and stress and strain. So one-pointed attention is not doing 2 things at one time as much as possible in our daily routine. For example, eating while watching TV. You're neither eating fully and present with the food, nor are you fully present on the television. Somebody was telling me that they had a plate of food and they were mechanically eating, and after some time, their mother had taken away the plate and they were still trying to eat something off of the table. And then they saw, oh, my plate of food is not here. So sometimes we live in absentia when we do 2 things at one time. So giving full focus to the thing at hand makes us a better listener. We can listen to people better. You know how many times our loved ones are speaking to us and we're thinking, oh, I'm working from home. I'm so happy to be with all my loved people. But instead of being with them, we're busy with our gadgets while they are speaking. That doesn't make us a great listener. So focusing completely on the person in front of you, or saying, I'm sorry, I can't focus right now. I have to finish what's on my phone. And then coming back. Fully present with the phone, fully present with the loved one. Makes us far more productive. The 4th point is putting others first. How do we put others first? I think allowing others, giving in for small things is a good way to cultivate this mindful kindness. For example, which chair do I sit on at the dining table? What does it matter? Let the others choose the chairs they want to sit and then you sit in what is left over. It just helps us to not pander to our ego and our likes and dislikes all the time. Let's say we're ordering in some food or we're going to a restaurant. We're able to let them choose the dish of their choice and we enjoy their enjoyment. The other day, my daughter ordered ratatouille, which is made out of eggplant, right? And I'm not fond of eggplant. But it's okay. She enjoyed the ratatouille so much that I enjoyed the ratatouille with her. It's a little brinjal dish from France, I'm sorry. So we tend to want to have our own way in even small things. But can we just give in? Somebody wants the fan on and the other person wants the air conditioner on. Go ahead, let them enjoy making that choice and you go with the flow. These small steps of giving in to not being too strict about having your own way helps us put others first. And this mindfulness leads to leadership and success along with happiness in our life. And somebody will ask me, but if I do this, people will walk all over me. They'll say, oh, she will always adjust and they'll never let me get what I want. I'm not talking about the big things where value systems are coming into play. Where values are in play, we cannot give in to something that is against our value. But in other things, small things, we can absolutely give in to our family and to our Valentine. The final one is an anti-worry tool. It is called the power phrase or a power word. So you can sit and meditate for 20 minutes maybe. You can write out your gratitude and breathe for 10 minutes maybe. But after 30 minutes, what are you going to do for the other 23 and a half hours of your life, right? Of your day? You will have times when something will happen, an event will happen, a person will come, and you completely lose control of your calmness. At that time, you need to have another tool that helps you get over worry and negativity. And that tool is picking up a holy phrase or a word, making that your staff of life, like Mahatma Gandhi did. He chose the word Ram, which means joy in my heart. And so every time he would chant Ram, Ram, Ram to himself, when he was walking, when he was doing mechanical chores, and finally when the gunman's bullet hit him, all that came out of his lips was Ram. If we are of a particular faith, we can choose a phrase or a power word from that faith. Or if we want to pick up another word that comes to us, which means something to us, such as peace or love, we are welcome to choose a phrase or a word that makes sense. But after we've chosen the phrase, let's say Jesus, Jesus for Christians, Allahu Akbar for Muslims, Rama, Rama for Hindus, or Shanti, Shanti for a fourth person, we don't keep changing that word. That word or phrase becomes our automatic go-to in normal times when we're doing mechanical chores. So when life throws a googly at us, this comes back to help us. And we get that 90-second emotion break, not to say something we regret or do something that we would be sorry about later. I call this the anti-worry power tool. Ancient India called it a mantra, that which helps you cross over your mind. Mantra, that which helps you cross over your mind. And the good news is, if you practice this, it comes to your rescue without you even asking for it. And the best time to practice the power word is when they are falling asleep. So if you close your eyes, relax your body, and start saying your power word or phrase a few times, without you even realizing it, you'll drift off into deep, peaceful sleep. And in an arrow's entry, the power word will enter your subconscious and keep you through the night, bringing you pleasant dreams and a restful sleep. It's a great tool for those who have insomnia. It beats any sleeping tablet that we can take. The meditation in the morning beats our other anxiety pills, and the sleep power words, falling asleep, gets rid of our habit of sleeping pills. In India, you know, this word we have for worry is chinta, right? And what is the word for a funeral pyre? Chitta. The difference between chitta and chinta is so small, but chinta will burn you your entire life, while chitta only burns you once at the end of your life. So we can choose whether we're going to allow the chinta to take over our life or not by choosing to adapt these techniques that mindfulness offers us, so that we go from mindful to really leading a life of mindfulness. I'm going to leave you with a practice which I would love to do along with you in meditation, if you allow me a few minutes. And I request that you always keep a book with you at all times in your bedside or at your table. And it can become on one half your gratitude book, and on the other half, it could even be your worry book. You simply write down what your worry is one time, and then you write down your power phrase for the rest of the page. And you know what? You leave the worry in this book. You don't bother about carrying it in your head. It's outside, and you inside are pure and wise and happy. Shall we try practicing a little bit of meditation, please? Just a few minutes before we end this YouTube. Please sit in your straight back chair or on the ground in any comfortable position, with your head, neck, and back in a straight line. And gently close your eyes. It's important to keep your head, neck, and back in a straight line because then the energy flow and the oxygen flows freely through the body. Gently close your eyes, just like the statues of a Buddha that you might have seen. Your palms are placed on your lap. Your feet are planted on the ground. And you take a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale, filling your stomach with air. Exhale, letting all the air out. Inhale one more time and exhale. Completely relax your body, head to toe. Your neck muscles and head are relaxing now. If you feel any tension in your shoulders, please relax them. Your upper back and lower back are completely relaxed. You can push your back into the seat of your chair and relax it now. Your legs, knees, ankles, and toes are fully relaxed. Be aware of any noises you might hear. Simply be mindful of the humming of an air conditioner or fan, a distant noise of a dog barking. Just awareness, no judgment at all. The birds are chirping, and you are grateful for being right here, right this minute. Everything is in its place. Now we take the help of an inspirational passage as we train our attention to be where we want it to be. We put our attention on the words of the passage and we drive it in word by word at a slow pace. This passage is from a saint in Italy. Do not look with fear at the changes and chances of this life. Learn to look at them with full faith that you will come out of them. Do not look anxiously at what tomorrow may bring. You will be shielded from suffering or given unshakable faith to bear it. Be at peace then. Fill your heart with love and give up all anxious thoughts and imaginations. Just memorize these last lines and repeat them to yourself over and over again. Be at peace then. Fill your heart with love. Give up all anxious thoughts and imaginations. Be at peace. Fill your heart with love. Give up all anxious thoughts and imaginations. Gently bring your focus back to your breathing. Be at peace. Breathe in. Fill your heart with love and share it with the world. Breathe out. Breathe in peace. Breathe out loving kindness. And when you hear me ring a soft bell, you can gently open your eyes and greet this world with a big smile and gratitude in your heart that you are capable of so much love. My dear friends on YouTube, those that are already my friends and the new ones I'm making today, I'm very grateful that you were with me in this wonderful experience, and I hope that you will take back some of this practice and make it a daily habit in your life. After all, there's no use in worrying about anything, is there? We have a list of what we can control and what we cannot change. For what we can control and change, let's take the help of the people who can let us do it. And for in the case where nothing can be done to change or control a situation or a person, why worry? Simply seek the support of a bigger power and live happily. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this YouTube video, please leave your comments below this video. I look forward to your comments. Please like our channel. Please subscribe to it. And if you ring the bell icon, I can come to you and you don't have to come looking for me. Don't forget the chisel and the hammer of meditation to make a beautiful sculpture of the Buddha, which is already within. Thank you very much.
Zoom like that.